Matinee baseball on a sensational afternoon here in Southern California as ABTV, presented by Pechanga Resort Casino, comes from Angel Stadium. The Los Angeles Angels looking for a three-game sweep of the St. Louis Cardinals. Alongside Mark Gubas, I'm Wayne Randazzo. Gooby, the Angels with a chance to win their fourth straight game and sweep the Redbirds here today.
The pitching has been real good, Wayne. The defense has been solid, just enough innings, especially that first inning yesterday and late the day before against the Cardinals. So hopefully find a way to score some runs early and then add on, because it's going to be a fun one here this afternoon.
Well, that was the recipe yesterday. A 5-run first inning to back Walbert, Urania, Nolan Shonowell, and Joe Adell, both in the mix, as we've seen a lot from both lately, especially Shonowell.
I mean, he has seen the ball exceptionally well. You go back to April 27th. Third best in all of Major League Baseball with a .317 batting average. Right field, center field, left field. He's been on fire. First pitch, even with 2 strikes. And you go back to June 21st, .370 as far as in the baseball, second highest in his hits, 35th best of it. And OPS for me, really important for him at .914. So fastballs early, especially if he worked ahead of the count. 2 strikes, he's using that other side of the field. Really, really good on elevated pitches, staying on top of the baseball really well, Wayne.
Well, Shonowell scored one of those 5 runs in the first inning the Angels put up yesterday on their way to their 3rd straight win. And Joe Adell homered for a 2nd straight game as part of that 5-run first. We've seen Adell start to elevate the baseball again.
Yeah, and with 2 strikes, too, on breaking pitches, back-to-back games for Joe Adell. And that's what you want to see from Joe. Just be able to stay on the baseball. That's 2 strikeouts. That's a really solid approach on that one. 2 strikes, middle part of the plate. That's a mistake here. Another mistake, break a ball. He didn't pull off it, stayed on a rail. Both of those over 400 feet. It's good to see that for the first time this year, back-to-back games. Also, when you put it in perspective, .444 career batter in the designated hitter role where he's going to be today. So hopefully that's a good sign for Joe Adell.
He'll try to homer for a 3rd straight game for the 3rd time in his career. And that could help Reed Detmers, Central Illinois native. A lot of Cardinal fans in that area. His dad was a pitcher in the Cardinal system. So a big day for Reed to face a team that he grew up around.
I mean, when you think about how well he has thrown the baseball, it's just surprising he hasn't got a lot more run support here at home. He's got 78 combined strikeouts between his slider and curveball. Both those pitches should be effective against this Cardinal lineup, who hit fastballs pretty well.
Well, he's had records set for his success at Angel Stadium this year, but he hasn't won a game here yet.
That is amazing what he's done at home. He needs a W today. You don't care how he gets, as long as he gets the dub piece.
Domination from Detmers would lead to an Angels sweep. Halo's trying to get it done today. Angels baseball on ABTV, brought to you by Big Noise Lager. Ice cold, crushable, light the fuse, kaboom. By Hyundai, the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event deals so right they almost feel wrong. Only at your local SoCal Hyundai dealer. And by StubHub, proud partner of Angels baseball. Beautiful, warm afternoon here at Angel Stadium, but not warm enough to keep Mike Trout away from his pregame autograph session.
That's so awesome. He does that every single day, and the smiles on the young fans' faces, and they're going to be able to go home and say, I got an autograph from Mike Trout. Look how excited everyone is. And he knows exactly how big and important it is for him to connect with the fans.
3-time MVP and now a 12-time All-Star makes his way to center field this afternoon as Reed Detmers takes the mound for the Angels.
That's going to be a big star for him. You know, that connection, you mentioned it already in the opening today, the Cardinal connection for him growing up. His dad playing in the organization with the Cardinals, made it all the way up to AAA at one point. So Chris, I know, is watching, that's for sure, back home. My go-tos for Reed Detmers to have another really good game here at home and pick up a W. His edges with that 4-seam fastball. He gets some punch-outs with it, 45 of them, staying on those edges and backdoor the breaking pitch, that slider curveball combination, especially when he go backdoor, have him looking on the inside part, backdoor, very, very effective.
I'll show you the lineup for the Cardinals, who have dropped 10 of their last 14. J.J. Weatherholt, their talented rookie, leads it off. Jordan Walker batting in the 3 spot. Burleson had 3 hits yesterday, hitting cleanup today. Jimmy Crooks is catching. Pedro Pages, who's in their original starting lineup, was just scratched from the lineup about 10 minutes ago. So Crooks is in there to catch a left-handed batter at that, with Hunter Dobbins on the mound here today for Oliver Marmol and the St. Louis Cardinals.
Yeah, they're trying to find ways. The top of the order is still really very dangerous, and Reed Detmers is going to have to make his pitch, especially warm afternoon. The defense behind Reed Detmers today, you got the Meck. The Meckler is back out in left field. His 36th start
in left field. He brings that energy each and every day. Mike Trout. Josh Lowe over in right field. Grissom, Neto, Peraza, Shawnwell, Heineman behind the plate, who does an outstanding job working with the pitching staff.
Why didn't the Cardinals wear their powder blues at all in this series? Throw you back to 1985.
I know, they were solid back in those days.
I mean, they had to know that it was throwback week, and they actually wear a throwback uniform as part of their regular outfits. They could have played along here.
Well, you know what? Again, you have those connections, Wayne. Let's go.
Yeah, you're right. It's probably my fault. There's an old Ozzie Smith jersey. They still wear those in some form, those powder blues, so the Cardinals have let us down. Well, what else do you expect from the St. Louis Cardinals? J.J. Wetherholt is the leadoff batter today against Reed Detmers, and the first pitch is swung on and missed. Detmers making his second start since the All-Star break. We saw Walter Urania making his first since the break, and that 2 weeks did him some good the way he was hitting triple digits.
What, 16 of his hardest pitches he's ever thrown.
No balls and a strike on Wetherholt as he gets a sharp ground ball, but in position for it, Oswald Peraza, and that's the game's first out.
Reed Detmers, always important to get those quick outs when you'll get those strikeouts, and that's going to bump that pitch count up. But if he gets some quick outs early in counts, gives him that opportunity to keep that strikeout pitch where he needs it.
Game time temperature 84 degrees, one of the warmer days we've had here at Angel Stadium this year. Feels a little stickier than usual.
I still think it's a dry heat, though.
Well, that's good. You know, the Cardinals are used to the humidity of the summers in St. Louis. See Reed Detmers in his last start, 7 strikeouts, didn't give up a run against the Tigers, also didn't get the win in that game. He's yet to win a game at Angel Stadium this year. Here is Ivan Herrera as he looks to strike one from Detmers.
Starting pitching has been really, really good for the Halos so far in the first 2 games. I love seeing Urania today. He went out running, did a lot of long distance running just to get everything back in that body. It was incredible what he did yesterday. Good
performance from Urania and from Soriano the other night. 1 ball, 1 strike on Herrera. Detmers has gone 18 straight home starts. This goes all the way back to early in the 2024 season. Since Detmers has last won a home game, Jim Abbott has the Angel record.
I mean, there's been a lot of really good games. You even go back to 36 straight batters he retired, and he still didn't get a win out of those 2 games.
Yeah, how do you set an Angel Stadium record over back-to-back outings and not win either of those games? He has a 1.98 ERA in his last 5 home starts, but no wins. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes on Herrera.
I once had a bullpen coach said it doesn't matter how you pitch, it's when you pitch. And when your offense scores you a lot of runs, there's a good chance you can get a win.
Well, Detmers was in line for the win in that last game against the Tigers, but Detroit scored 2 with 2 outs in the top of the 9th inning and spoiled that. 1-2. And Herrera takes one that goes to the backstop.
That's changing eye levels to a new extreme.
2 balls, 2 strikes. I know there's some years there for the Royals where you had some losses because they just didn't score at all.
Yeah, that one year I lost 18 games and I still had a. It's always fun to look up in your baseball card. You lost 18. But we scored 19 runs in those 18 losses. Pretty good chance I'm not going to win those.
Breaking ball misses for ball 3. They don't put that on the baseball card.
No.
Though, your run support average.
I try to explain it. Go whatever. You lost 18 games. You stink. Like, thank you. I appreciate that.
3 balls, 2 strikes on Herrera. He's DHing again. That wide open stance, one of the most open stances in baseball, as Herrera punches one foul. Herrera hit into that double play last night that included Vaughn Grissom's bounce throw to second base, which made its way around the highlights yesterday. Full count pitch coming to Herrera. And a curveball is bounced up the middle. Peraza smothers it from his knees. He throws out Herrera.
A lot of bounces in that one up the middle. Not hit hard. That's a real good pitch there too. This curveball hits on top of the baseball, off the mound, a different hop, another hop at the second base dirt. This play by Peraza, already busy. 2 ground ball outs for a guy that doesn't generally get a lot of ground ball outs in Reed Detmers. About 35% ground ball rate.
2 out, nobody on as Jordan Walker stands in. 22 homers, 76 knocked home in a breakout year for Walker as he takes ball 1. I don't think it's really possible for the average fan to understand the difficulty of that play for Oswald Peraza.
That tough hop at the very end after redirects on the mound.
completely different hop than you normally would get.
He caught it cleanly for the out. Here's a big cut from Walker, and the count 1 ball 1 strike.
I mean, I got a feeling we got a chance at a baseball in here today.
Every time you say that, we get one.
Well, I know you got the plays. That's why I'm all comfortable now.
Well, Jordan Walker's been comfortable. Finally, the Cardinals have been waiting for this young outfielder to figure it out. Seems like he has. 2 balls and a strike now on Walker. Still just 24 years old. Was the home run derby winner a couple of weeks ago.
Fan favorite in Philly, too.
Yeah, well, he beat Schwarber, hitting all those magenta baseballs out of the ballpark. What, he had 5 in a row to finish off Schwarber and take the trophy at Citizens Bank Park. Might have broken his bat there. 2 balls 2 strikes on Walker.
What a good slider.
Walker's been on base safely in 23 straight games. That's the longest streak in the majors going right now. 12-game hitting streak as well. First Cardinal to lead the majors in RBIs at the All-Star break since the machine. Albert Pujols did it last in 2009. As these two teams meet up, Albert's the first guy you think about with the Cardinals Angels connection.
Remember, it took forever for Albert to go to St. Louis in an Angels uniform. What did he do that day? He home.
Yeah, the way the schedule was, it did take years for Albert Pujols to make his return to Busch Stadium. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Walker. The count now full. It's 3-2. Walker really struggled over the last 2 seasons. He played exactly 162 games in 2024 and 25 at the major league level, and he hit just .211 with an OPS of .595. He struck out a lot. He only hit 11 home runs. But he has reconfigured his swing. His mechanics are finally removed from all the flaws that kept him from having success at this level, and now you see Jordan Walker reaching that potential.
Yeah, I mean, you can see how confident he is in the batter's box. That was a real good slow curveball too for Reed Detmers. Trying to paint the fastball away maybe.
It's 3-2. And Walker takes that fastball for strike 3. Well, it looks easy from up here.
Oh yeah. Only wish we could all throw like that.
Reed Detmers a 1-2-3 first. Angels lineup brought to you by Theodore Robbins Ford. Zach Neto is in the leadoff spot today. Mike Trout is batting second. Nolan Shotwell hits third. Grissom at third base in the cleanup role. Adele is the DH as Jorge Soler is off today. Wayne Meckler gets a start in left field as a result of that. Peraza at second base. Josh Lowe in right field. And Tyler Heineman behind the plate with Hunter Dobbins up from AAA to pitch for St. Louis.
I just feel with, especially with Dobbins on the mound, I can feel that Zach Neto is going to jump on one of those 4-seam fastballs. And my go-tos against Dobbins today, definitely that 4-seam fastball has been hit. 370 batting average on that 4-seamer. Just jump on that pitch, but lift elevated curveball, especially today the way it's going to carry. You see that today for the Halos.
Dobbins has not really filled the spot in the Cardinal rotation that they thought he was going to when they traded Wilson Contreras to get him during the offseason. Contreras has had a great year for the Red Sox, was an all-star, and he's been right in the middle of Boston's now 15-game winning streak after they beat the Orioles this afternoon at Fenway 6-3.
I mean, that is still unbelievable when you think about where they were. What, 16, 17 days ago? It looked like they were going to be sellers. Now they're going to be major buyers.
Yeah, they are not far off in the AL East, let alone right in the midst of the wild card picture, as Neto wipes out on the breaking ball from Dobbins, who strikes out the first batter.
Defense behind Dobbins. So you got some of the best in baseball when you think about Weatherholt over at second base. 14 defensive runs saved at second base. 14.
49 double plays turned. It's phenomenal what he does defensively with him and Wynn up the middle. That's about as good as you can get defensively for the Cardinals.
Yeah, most teams, Weatherholt would be the shortstop. But because of Mason Wynn, who's one of the better shortstops in the league, they have Weatherholt at second base, and that makes for quite a tandem up the middle behind the pitching staff for St. Louis. Right in there to Mike Trout. 1 ball, 1 strike. Trout with an OPS of 847. Certainly bulked up by his on base percentage, which is close to 400 for the year. 5th highest in the American League. He has the 3rd most walks in the AL. 2 balls and 1 strike on Trout, who fouls one at home plate. 2-2.
So far, that sinker 95, 96 for Dobbins. 4-seamer has been the pitch that's been hit the most. The sinker's been pretty effective as far as his fastballs.
Been a little while since the last Trout homer. July 8th, homered in his first game back from the injured list, but not since. It's a ground ball off the end of his bat here. That puts Mason Wynn into position with his strong arm for the 2nd out.
Hyundai key for the game today. Final game of this throwback week. Going Duran, hungry like the wolf. Well, right now, Shawneewell is definitely hungry like the wolf. Especially with the offense going in. Opportunity to win 4 in a row and to sweep the Cardinals in this 3-game set. Kind of have that approach. You're up there trying to crush a baseball all day long, and Shawneewell has done that for quite some time.
And you'd be happy to know that Jarren Duran had a 3 RBI day for the Red Sox.
That's how you bring it all together, Wayne.
This afternoon. Boston plays again later against Baltimore. They'll have a doubleheader today, so they have a chance to win their 16th straight game, which would be the longest winning streak in Red Sox history. And that's a long history.
They've been around for a little bit, don't they? Wasn't Babe on that team?
He was. Then they traded him, and then they got cursed. 1 ball, 1 strike on Nolan Shotwell, who's been red hot. Slices that one foul.
As you look up now, 284 batting average for Shawneewell.
It helps when he hit about 370 over the course of 3 or 4 weeks.
Might help.
Even more so lately. 17 hits in his last 35 at bats. He's been on base safely in 10 straight games. Rolls this one over. Wilson late to cover first. The pitcher has to do it. But Dobbins is there to win the inning.
Welcome back. Lots of cool connections for Reed Detmers and his family. As the guys mentioned, his dad, Chris Detmers, part of the Cardinals organization, actually made it as high as AAA with the Memphis Redbirds. It was Chris who taught Reed how to throw a curveball. He taught it to him when he was a freshman in high school. We documented that a couple of years ago when his family was there to watch the Angels at Busch Stadium against the Cardinals. He said it was pretty amazing how quickly he was able to pick that up. But of course, this is the 2nd start for Reed against the team he grew up watching at Busch Stadium in St. Louis. He told me yesterday, obviously it'd be more special if he was starting at Busch Stadium. Hasn't started a game at Busch Stadium, only seen the field there out of the bullpen on in relief.
Here's a liner to right, and it's right to Josh Lowe, 1 out.
His favorites, though, guys, growing up, obviously the usuals: Albert Pujols, Yadier Molina, Matt Holliday. Those were his favorite guys. Favorite Cardinal memory: David Freese's iconic home run in the World Series. Wayne, I know you love that one.
That was a big moment in Cardinal history.
Chris has texted me. He's down in Dominican right now watching the game from the beach.
He said they were on vacation. I figured Mom and Dad would be watching.
Yes, they are. I said, hey, you're famous right now.
Nelson Velasquez takes ball 1. Feels like Cardinal left-handed pitchers have not really been a big part of their recent history. They had Steve Carlton for a while.
John Tudor. Remember, he won, what, 20 games in a row or something crazy at one point.
That's what I was going to say. You have to go back to the likes of John Tudor and Joe McGrain, maybe Donovan Osborne, to really consider some of the better Cardinal left-handed pitchers of the last 30 or 40 years. They have largely relied on right-handed pitchers. Velasquez chops one to Vaughn Grissom. 2 up, 2 down here in the second.
Another out on his slider. You go back to the last couple of games for Reed Detmers. His slider has been excellent. That last start, he threw 43% of his pitches were sliders, 5 punch outs, 7 swing and miss. He got 8 outs with his slider. He's been going down and in with his slider, but he's also been able to backdoor his slider very effectively. A lot better spin on the slider last time out and a little bit more velo on it.
I mean, am I missing somebody? Jaime Garcia was on the championship team in 2011. But it seems like that the Cardinals, for whatever reason, over the last decades now, have not really developed much left-handed pitching.
I'm trying to think of all the ones over the years. You're right. That's some pretty good right-handers over the years.
that they have. Adam Wainwright, Chris Carpenter of recent vintage. Curveball lands for Detmers. But my point really overall is that Detmers didn't have, if he's growing up rooting for the Cardinals, he's too young to remember the likes of John Tudor or Joe McGrain, even Donovan Osborne. So he really didn't have anyone to compare himself to coming up as a young left-handed pitcher. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Mason Wynn.
Tell you what, he would have loved to see Steve Carlton pitch. I remember watching many games with Carlton when he first was with the Cardinals, but then with the Phillies. That slider, I remember even asking Dave Parker when he was a coach with the Angels about that, and he goes, I knew I had no chance, and I was just praying that he would throw me a fastball at some point, because otherwise I'd just take my bat and walk back to the dugout.
Carlton had his best years as a Philly, but he was with the Cardinals as a young pitcher early in his career, and he had some good seasons there too.
Bounced around a lot late.
Yeah, like same
Cleveland, the White Sox.
Tom Seaver was doing that too at the very end of his career.
Bo Jackson got his first career hit against Steve Carlton. Ground ball to the second baseman. He beat Hal.
Full count on Wynn. Detmers trying to get through the inning, and he does with that 3-2 slider.
That slider's nasty.
Back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings, each finished off with a punch out. The slider to put away Mason Wynn. Vaughn Grissom leads off here in the bottom of the second inning for the Angels, and not seen a base runner yet from either side so far. Reed Detmers has retired 6 straight, 3 up, 3 down for Dobbins in the first.
Both pitchers throwing a lot of strikes so far.
Cardinals need to get back home. They got an early start tomorrow too. That's ripped foul down the left field side. Cardinals have a makeup game tomorrow, so they'll play the Diamondbacks in St. Louis tomorrow afternoon.
Just foul.
And just barely right at the feet of the third base umpire Mark Ripperger.
Look how quick those footwork was.
Foot loose. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Dobbins with the fastball, 96 past Grissom. Angels only scored 1 run against Dobbins when they faced him at Fenway last year, and here it is.
There's a breaking ball too.
Long gone. Joe Adell cracking that home run off of Hunter Dobbins, and Adell, the batter here, looking to homer for a 3rd straight game. He did it twice last year.
Mike's hitting that DH role. I mentioned a .444 batting average, but an OPS over 1,300.
Adell has homered in back-to-back games, both times with 2 strikes. His first 2 homers in 2 strike counts this year. Kurt Suzuki cited all the work that Adell has been putting in the cages to finally get him loose after an 0 for 24.
He's out there early today in those batting cages behind center field too today.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, he's got him right where he wants him now. He's got 2 strikes on him.
You can count Adell as being one of many impressed by Walbert Urania yesterday. He said he was talking about it early in the game with Mike Trout, how unbelievable Urania was. As Adell chases on the breaking ball there for strike 3. He said Trout looked over to him at one point and said these are like 100-mile-an-hour changeups that Urania was throwing with the movement.
His It's tough. I mean, it's effortless too. That's the thing. It's amazing about it. It's not like he's flying and using his entire body. It's just boom, right on you.
Urania said that the rest certainly did him well, and that was evident from the beginning yesterday. Here's Wade Meckler as he looks at ball one. Haven't seen much of Meckler in the starting lineup lately. Full allotment of outfielders for the Angels, including Jose Siri, who celebrates a birthday today. Meckler rips it up the middle. That ball was smashed.
Cannot contain the Mech.
Well, you got to put him in the lineup then.
Yes.
Allow him to sprout.
Even game one against the changeup, Soriano out of the bullpen. He had only given up one hit versus his changeup. He had a rocket. He made a nice play. Burleson at first base on it. Even yesterday, he was playing 2 days ago, I should say, he was facing Kikuchi in the sim game, and he had some good swings against Kikuchi too.
This is Meckler's first start since July 11th. But he came in looking to hunt early in that count, and he smacked one for the first base hit and first base runner of this game. So now it's Oswald Peraza at the plate. No Denzer Guzman in there for the Angels today. Kurt Suzuki talking about the need for Guzman to work with the coaches a little bit. The league is kind of caught up to Guzman as he's started to play more.
There's a lot to like about him, though, as a fielder and a hitter.
It's an adjustment for these guys when they come up and have to play every day, learning the league. And Peraza's gone through it some too.
Yeah, and a lot of times, especially as a young player, then you start giving the pitcher a lot of credit instead of just being yourself at the plate. Same brand of baseball you had in the minor leagues is more refined.
Hit and run, and it works perfectly. Peraza bounces one through. Meckler goes to third, so the Angels get some movement going, and that hit and run puts runners on the corners with 2 outs.
Some contact. Second baseman covering the bag. That's why you send guys in motion. Having guys out of their positions. Covering the bag. Although it would be a tough way he was set up anyhow. Just contact made.
A scoring chance developing here with 2 outs. Back-to-back singles bringing up Josh Lowe. Lowe getting started in right field today as he cracks one right to Burleson at first, and that ends the inning. Pitching for the Angels has been quite good in this series, especially the starters. Jose Soriano, 7 strikeouts in 7 innings on Monday, just 2 runs allowed. Well rested after the break, and Walbert Arena, you can't say enough about what he did yesterday.
Yeah, he was just dominant again. Fastball was really good. That's as good as the sinkers I've seen from him. 6 innings with 5 punch outs, just 1 earned run allowed. Changeup always good. That sinker was special yesterday.
He was outstanding, and he really has been most of this season. First pitch lands for a strike to Jose Fermin. Since the start of May, Urania with a 2.49 ERA in 14 starts. He's allowed 1 run or no runs in 10 of those.
That's why it was so shocking to see him give up a hit in the first inning.
Urania had to power his way through that first inning, which he did. He did not allow an extra base hit yesterday. Detmers gets ahead 0-2 on Jose Fermin starting in center field for the Cardinals. That just missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
It's a real good fastball, though. I like the fact that Detmers is pitching inside pretty effectively now. Now you got a chance to have a swing over top of a slider in.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Went upstairs and crashed Fermin with the fastball.
3 more strikeouts today. 133 on the season for Reed Detmers. I love back-to-back fastballs like that inside. You don't see that too often. Hitters don't react to it too well because they don't see it often.
Detmers now 4th in the American League in strikeouts, surpassing Joe Ryan today. Strike 1 to Blaze Jordan. And just like we talked about over the weekend with Tarek Skubal, now the trade deadline is looming August 3rd. This is a name that has popped up over and over as far as the rumors go. There's a liner to right center field, a base hit. So that's the first hit against Detmers so far today. But he's pitching through having to hear his name mentioned pretty much every minute by someone who thinks that Detmers could possibly be a trade candidate.
Yeah, I mean, and he probably hasn't had that at all in his career. So sometimes it could be distracting. Sometimes it's flattering that your name is out there and everybody wants you. That's usually what most general managers will tell you. It's if your name is out there, that means you're pretty good. And that's the most important thing you got to realize, even though it's tough because you have your family and everything like that, and you're comfortable in the spot you're at. But also there's teams that like you a lot.
Well, that is certainly the case with Reed Detmers. I feel like if the Angels do decide to send Detmers somewhere else, it would be for a haul of prospects. No balls and a strike on Jimmy Crooks, who hits one sharply but foul. Detmers still has 2 more years of team control beyond this year as well. For more on that, let's go down to Erica.
I did ask him about that yesterday ahead of his start today. It's obviously, he said, in his head a little bit. You see it. You see all of the stuff. It's in his head. You try not to think about it. I can't really control anything besides going out there and pitching. So he sees it, but he's trying not to think about it.
Jimmy Crooks with a fly ball to left. And as far as what we've seen first time through the order today, he's doing extremely well at blocking out the noise.
Yep.
He's only allowed 1 base runner. He has 3 strikeouts, and he has retired 2 so far in this inning. As J.J. Weatherholt will bat, but if there is a move out there that makes sense, it will be because a team has offered a boatload for Reed Detmers. No pressure on the Angels to make a move with really any of these guys, because you have team control in Detmers' case for 2 more years after this one. Same for Jose Soriano. Zach Neto, you have 3 more. So for some of the names that you've heard, some of the bigger names on this ball club, well, there's no pressure with any of them to make a move now, but that just makes it even more leverage for the ball club if that's what they decide.
And it's really hard not to think about that too when your name is out there, because I mean, you don't mind it, but when everyone asks about you all the time, that's the thing. It's kind of a little bit of a distraction. So you hear you're going here, you hear you're going there, and you just want to go out there and perform.
2 balls and a strike on Weatherholt. Detmers would be due to start again here at Angel Stadium next week, when the Astros are here. His next scheduled start would be Tuesday. And that would be the last scheduled start for Detmers before the trade deadline. Three balls, 1 strike, the count on Weatherholt, who grounded out his first time. I know you were never traded, but there were some times when your name was kicked around.
Oh, yeah, I mean, still, we're in Minnesota, and our general manager calls me up. Would I approve a deal to the Texas Rangers? And I was pitching that night. I said, his name was Herc Robinson. Herc, can I let you know after the game? He goes, sure. And then boom, that first inning, I get a line drive that breaks my leg. And I said, well, I guess the trade is off. He goes, well, yeah, I guess at this point.
Weatherholt with a fly ball to left. This puts Meckler in position toward the line. Angling from the sun makes the catch. What would you have done it?
Yes.
Breaking hearts in Texas. Beach Week coming to the Big A. The first 25,000 fans Wednesday, July 29th against the Astros will receive a City Connect beach towel courtesy of Tempe Tourism. Angels.com/promotions for more info.
That is solid.
And they don't have that in Tempe, just to be clear. Tempe is the desert.
Yes. Yes.
And also the spring training home of the Halos.
Yes, indeed.
Tempe Diablo Stadium. Tyler Heineman looks at a strike from Hunter Dobbins, who allowed back-to-back two-out hits in the second inning, but Josh Lowe hit a grounder sharply, but right at the first baseman Burleson, which kept the Angels from scoring in the second. Heineman trying to get it going in the third, but hooked it just foul.
Yeah, if that got by Burleson, that would have been interesting, especially with the speed on the bases of Meckler and Peraza. Hit well by Josh Lowe.
4 balls, 2 strikes on Heineman, who was getting his second start of this homestand. Very good defensive catcher. Part of the Blue Jays American League pennant winner last year. Got to appear in the World Series. He caught in that 18-inning game that Freddie Freeman ended eventually with a home run. But he caught the last 5 or 6 innings in that game.
And Toronto's having a tough time after not finishing that off last year.
It's a tough go this year. A little bloop. This might fall. It falls right in the glove of Fermin, who closed in quickly. So 1 out. Yeah, the Blue Jays are last in the AL East. It's been a struggle for them, to be sure, most of this season. I don't think Vlad Jr. still has hit a home run at Rogers Center.
That's unreal. I mean, he was about as hot as any hitter's ever been in the postseason in the World Series. He was unreal for them in the postseason last year.
Now 1 out. Here is Neto, who struck out to start the game against Hunter Dobbins. That ball hit sharply and fair down the third base line. Just pushed it by Jordan. Extra bases for Neto. It's a 1-out double and the first extra base hit of the game.
21st double of the season for Neto. Little sweeper. Not hit hard, but right down the line. Sweeper a little bit off the plate too and pulled it down the line.
21st double for Neto. He is the team leader in that category. Shotwell is second with 17. Here's Trout. Trout is our Kia player profile. On the first pitch, he doesn't swing and he doesn't chase. Imagine Taylor Ward's the only one lower than Trout. No, Stephen Quinn.
Oh, man, that's got him. Wow.
95 as that fastball ran in. And Trout took it off the side.
You can hear that all the way up here.
Let's see where it got him. Yeah, right
in the rib area and hip. Oh, man.
Maybe he got that arm in enough to take some of it off of his padding, but he did not. It was a flush shot to the left side. Now the Angels have runners on first and second as Shotwell stands in.
Well, you can see he's still uncomfortable there, and understandably so.
Dobbins lays that first pitch in there. It's only the 6th game at the major league level for Dobbins this year. Pitched in 13 big league games for Boston last year, and then he tore his ACL covering first base on a play in July and missed the rest of the season. 1 ball, 1 strike. He spent a lot of this year at AAA Memphis after being traded from the Red Sox in the offseason when Boston got Contreras.
Doing it well off the bag, and Neto's trying to time it. Trout's looking at Neto as a trail runner.
1 ball, 1 strike. It's way inside, ball 2. Dobbins is from Texas, but he actually grew up a Red Sox fan. So much so that he said he would rather retire than ever play for the Yankees.
Another one doing that? Wow.
2 balls and a strike.
Vlad Jr. said that too.
Yeah.
Ken Griffey Jr. wasn't real happy about the thought of ever going to the Yankees himself.
Well, this is the one time you'll hear Ken Griffey Jr., Vlad Guerrero Jr., and Hunter Dobbins all meshed together.
Yes.
3 balls and a strike on Shotwell on a high pop-up. Infield fly rule in effect in the second out of the inning. Big out for Shotwell.
Got away with that one too. That was right in the heart of the plate.
Brings up Grissom, who struck out his first time. Grissom and Dobbins were in the Red Sox organization together. Ball 1 from Dobbins. Dobbins also made some headlines when he said that his dad pitched in the minor leagues for the Diamondbacks and that he was drafted by the Yankees. It turns out none of that ever happened. Joel Sherman in the New York Post went to work, did some fact checking, and said, huh? 1 ball, no strikes. And Dobbins said, well, what do you want me to do? I'm not going to fact check my dad. He said it. His dad did pitch in the independent leagues, and that was it. That must have been a fun phone call.
Yeah, that would have been real good.
Joel Sherman did some truth seeking. Strike to Grissom, and it's 2-1. That ball hit well, but foul.
Deuces are wild right here. Come on, let's go. That's some run support for Reed Detmers.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Detmers could use the help. And he doesn't get any here in the 3rd. 2 more men stranded. Detmers has looked good once again. He's retired 9 of the first 10 batters that he has faced. Only hit from Cardinals' Blaze Jordan. Detmers goes back to work in the 4th inning, but kind of the same old song in the regard of run support for Detmers has not gotten any yet.
Yeah, I mean, in a couple innings in a row, you think, okay, maybe just get something going, but unable to get any run support. That plays in your mind.
Curveball strike to Ivan Herrera.
So often you'll hear, oh, you just got to do your part. Just go out there and pitch as well as you can, but boy, you love to have some run support there.
Yeah. Detmers has the 3rd lowest run support in the American League at home. Only 2 Blue Jays. We talked about the Blue Jays struggles. Dylan Cease and Kevin Gausman get less run support in their home games than Detmers has here at the Big A this year. 1 ball, 1 strike on Herrera.
Wow, that's not fully committed on that one. He's got 34 runs to work with in his last 18 starts here at home. That's where you see that stretch. I mean, that's difficult to win with that kind of run support at home. You have to be nearly perfect every time, and he has been close to perfect on the mound here.
Swing and a miss. Herrera chases for strike 3.
That's incredibly smart pitching. Nice job by Heineman. When you see a swing like that, the one before, hey, just go above it, because he's frustrated with that swing. So he's going to expand, and he did so with that high fastball. Just a good sequence, really.
1 out. Here is Jordan Walker, who struck out his first time. Walker out in front of that as he pulled it foul. No balls and 1 strike. Walker from Stone Mountain, Georgia. Same hometown as Jake the Snake Roberts.
Oh, I know you would know that one.
Walker was trying to punch at whatever snakes might have been around home plate there, flailing at that 0-1 slider. Now it's 0-2.
Still can't believe you weren't with us when there was a wrestling match out after a game up in Minnesota. When
yeah, I missed
that was just shocking for you.
It was a real show too.
Yes.
AEW show.
They were asking about you.
They were?
Yes.
They wanted to pile drive me?
The tombstone.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Oh.
Whoa.
Did Chip catch it? I think Sweeney wore it. This is not what you want.
No.
See, you put this on us earlier.
Yes. Oh.
Well, good effort by Chip Caray, television announcer for the Cardinals, the third of 4 Caray broadcast generations. He got the ball.
He's looking to show what kind of spin rate it's on that.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Walker.
JR wanted nothing to do with that.
Never does. Ground ball right at Zach Neto. Easy throw for the out. 2 up, 2 down. Chip has 2 sons that are major league announcers. Of course, his grandfather Harry Caray and his father Skip Caray, both legendary announcers. Now Chris Caray does the A's, and Stephen Caray fills in for Chip on the Cardinal games. Chip had another son who about, I don't know, 13, 14 here yesterday.
Yes.
Tristan Caray. And I said, is he going to be a big league announcer too? And Chip said, you bet your life on it.
Some talent, some pipes.
Alec Burleson, the batter, with 2 out, nobody on. Burleson lined to right field his first time.
That's one of those line drives in the booth that you don't want no part of, though.
You're the one who hexed us with you saying there was going to be a ball up here today.
Well, as long as it's next door.
That booth gets them all.
Yes.
You know, I don't notice the home radio booth getting very many. We'll keep that in mind.
Yes. Yeah, we should.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Burleson. They never get Eddie in there.
No. Muscled up on that slider.
Two balls, 2 strikes, the count. And Alec Burleson, who had a line drive out in the 2nd inning. That ball is ripped. Shotwell diving stop. Detmers to cover, and they get the out.
That's showing a wow play. Showing the range. Talk about him picking those throws. He's picking a rocket over there, 100-mile-an-hour shot.
It's the bottom of the 4th here at Angel Stadium, and you can see future Halos down on the farm with our upcoming minor league schedule on AB TV. I hope you memorized all those in the 2 seconds you had there.
Oh,
here we go. We're gonna
awesome. This is a great opportunity for Halo fans to see what they're going to be able to see at the Big A here before you know it.
AA Rocket City and AAA Salt Lake will both be on AB TV. I tell you what, those games after the trade deadline, those are the ones you actually might want to tune in for, because they'll see the guy, whatever trades are made and whatever prospects join the organization. You know, there's a chance you'll see some of those new Angels at AA and AAA after the trade deadline, when a lot of those games are airing. Rocket City Trash Pandas and the Salt Lake Bees, as Joel loses the bat and strikes out.
The purity of the game at that level too.
1 out here in the 4th inning. Is that still the case, you think?
Yes, definitely. Minor league baseball, love it. This is the stadiums and the atmosphere and the players knowing what they have to do every single day to have their dreams come true and make it to the major leagues.
Well, those guys are close to AA and AAA, and they've always said that the real prospects tend to live at AA. Rocket City, the play-by-play announcer there is another Caray, Josh Caray, another son of Skip's. Not Chip, that's Chip next door.
Yes.
Wade Meckler. Count 2 balls and no strikes.
So Mark Sweeney was getting out of the way. He says, I was a pinch hitter. I don't mind making plays with the glove or the hand.
3-0 now on Meckler. Angels trying to get some base runners again. They've had a couple each of the last 2 innings against Hunter Dobbins, but not been able to cash anyone in just yet.
Lower part of the strike zone. Meckler would love that pitch again. That's the pitch he can turn on. Remember, his first career home run was off of Jacob deGrom here at the Big A. He crushed it. Fastball.
Meckler hits that ball through for a base hit. So he's 2 for 2 now, getting his first start in 11 days. Wade Meckler making the most of it with a couple of hits.
I see him take a shot at going again. Remember, Praz hit that ground ball when he was on the move last time.
Wade Meckler has had a Martian-like BABIP so far in his major league career, over 400. Well, it's worked for Brandon Marsh. He's been able to keep a very high BABIP throughout most of his major league career, as he challenges for the National League batting title this year. He's fallen off some in the month of July. Marsh, leading hitter in the National League right now is Otto Lopez of the Marlins. Peraza skies this one to shallow left center, as Velasquez ranges over for the second out. So 2 down, and Josh Lowe will bat after we hop in the car with Hyundai.
Enjoy your new car.
Thanks. Gotta run. Okay, bye.
Deal so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Marsh is hitting .290 for the Phillies. He's actually now 11th in the National League. He was up there around the top 3 in the senior circuit for a while. But Otto Lopez hitting .332 to lead the NL.
Yeah, he's got some real good speed too. When he puts it in play, there's a lot of action. By the way, Velasquez made that play. Andrew Velasquez, our old buddy Squid, is back in the show with the Royals today. Went 1 for 3.
How about it? Andrew Velasquez.
Squid.
His triumphant return. 1 ball, 1 strike. Seen a lot of interesting jerseys. One of the most interesting jersey days here at Angel Stadium. All the different jerseys down in front of us today. I see a Roger Maris Cardinals jersey. I see a Bob Gibson. Kyle Hendricks Cubs jersey today.
I'm sure you were the one that got that one.
That was a throw in the dirt. Meckler, though, didn't pick it up until it was too late. Albert Pujols jerseys. I see a Kenny Powers jersey down there.
Yeah, you never can have enough Kenny Powers jerseys.
I saw an Eric Karros Dodgers jersey too, amongst the usual Pujolses and Netos and Ozzie Smiths and Trouts that you normally see at a Cardinals Angels game. 1 ball, 1 strike on Josh Lowe. That ball rifled toward right. It's a base hit. Meckler was on the move as he goes to third base.
It's 2 good swings today by Josh Lowe. Gets a base hit on that. Last time I hit a rocket to first. 1 hopper.
So back 3 innings in a row for the Halos with 2 base runners on each inning, looking to get that first run across.
Meckler throwing it back to the Sarge, Gary Matthews, losing that helmet as soon as he takes off.
Oh, the Sarge, all-timer.
Meckler was going as the pitch was being thrown there. And Josh Lowe with the base hit, so I think we'll count that as a second successful hit and run for the Angels today. Now Heineman looks at strike 1.
Josh Lowe looked like he was going to go on the move there too. He's got 3 stolen bases. Big lead.
That ball is smoked but fouled.
Now this is the time I think if you're Josh Lowe you go. Because if you can draw a throw to second, maybe you can have a double steal here.
is running, and Heineman slaps one foul. Heineman held up there. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the Angels catcher. 3 straight innings with 2 men on for the Halos. See if this is the inning where they can bring one home. Detmer's a lead. Detmer's has been outstanding so far today. He's only allowed 1 base runner.
Take a shot at going right now if you're low.
There he goes. Heineman sends one toward the Angel dugout. Jordan makes the catch right over top of that railing. So the Angels are denied for a 3rd straight inning, leaving 2 men on.
Boy, Reed Detmer so far, his 4-seam fastball extremely firm today in location. Running that fastball inside, up and in, getting those punch outs, elevation. Take a look at our StatCast powered by Google Cloud. 12 outs so far, 8 with his 4-seam fastball, 3 with his slider, 1 with his curveball. The elevated 4-seam fastball has been very, very effective for Reed Detmer so far this afternoon.
Detmers goes to work here against the middle of the Cardinal order. Nelson Velasquez, the number 5 batter for St. Louis, leads off. Then Wynn and Fermin against Detmers has only allowed the 1 base runner in 4 innings so far. The Angels have had 6 base runners in the first 4 innings, but the score is 0-0. Velasquez grounded out his first time. Cardinals have not been scoring much lately anyway. They've hit this last 2-week stretch where they've only averaged about 3.5 runs per game. They've gone 4-10. They've lost 4 in a row entering today. A very young roster, one of the youngest rosters in all of baseball. It's to catch up to them in the bottom of the order. They just don't have enough young talent to sustain a full lineup.
Yeah, so definitely one of these lineups as a pitcher, you got to make sure you get that bottom part, because that top part of the lineup is very dangerous.
2 balls and 1 strike on Velasquez, playing left field today. Detmers has relied on that curveball a good amount. Didn't quite snap that one over though. 3-1.
Especially you get back in the counts. It just slipped out of his hand on that one. That's why he went back there and got that. And just try to hand off.
Just missed the outside corner there. Did Heineman challenge? I guess not. Ball 4. It was just off the plate, so a challenge would not have worked anyway. It's the first walk issued in this game.
Had a ton of starts at home where he hasn't walked anyone either. Last time out, no walks. So you go back to that 14 punch-out game here at home when he only gave up to 1 run and 1 hit. No walks and 14 strikeouts. Got 5 outs on the ground today so far. He loved that ground ball at somebody. He's got 6 double plays turned behind him. All of a sudden now
2-0 on Wynn. Yeah, Heineman didn't quite make the motion to challenge. I don't know if the umpire talked him out of it. That pitch was just off the plate. Heineman kind of half went up with his arm, but didn't quite go all the way to the helmet. Right in there to Wynn, who struck out in his first at bat today and has hit into several double plays this year. Two balls and a strike the count. And the curveball again slipped out of the hand.
He's trying to backdoor that
times in a row. Just got a little quick on his delivery. And watching that offense, chances to score 3 straight innings, unable to do so. You know, pressing a little bit here this half inning.
Trying to keep it scoreless here in the 5th. Leadoff walk, and now Mason Wynn with the count in his favor. 3 balls and 1 strike. It's punched foul to make it 3-2. Detmers had that incredible month of June where he went with a 2.27 ERA. 30 strikeouts in 5 starts. A couple of rough patches early in July. And rebounded with that last start after the All-Star break against the Tigers. It's looked good so far today, but he's walked the first 2 hitters here in the 5th.
He's missed high quite a bit on the curveball, even in fastball here in this half inning.
Mike Maddox goes to the mound as Detmers has to deal with some traffic for the first time today. First 4 innings he breezed right through. Not so to begin this 5th inning. So it'll be Jose Fermin after a check on the menu at Jack in the Box.
Don't get FOMO. Get my Philly style bonus Jack combos and new Philly Munchie Meal.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Milwaukee beat the Mets today 4-3. Brewers continue to cruise now 26 games over 500. The Red Sox winning the first of their 2 games against the Orioles today. Boston a 6-3 win. Now 15 consecutive victories. Well, a long conversation here between Mike Maddox and the home plate umpire Dan Bellino. Don't see that much anymore.
No.
The inclusion of ABS really has limited some of those conversations that you'll see a pitching coach linger on the mound after a mound visit, the way that Mike Maddox just did.
Corner infielders playing in potential bunt. Fermin has rolled into 7 double plays. So I feel like they're going to bunt here.
See, here is Fermin with runners on first and second. He does square to bunt, and he takes ball 1.
Really starting to labor. You could see even just the way Reed is walking back and forth on the mound now. This is where you that conversation with Maddox to say, hey, listen, you're think of that ground ball double play.
Fermin swinging away there. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Helped him out a little bit above the strike zone too.
Velasquez at second base. Wynn is at first. Fermin takes ball 2. So suddenly Detmers has missed with his command in this inning. He's walked the first 2 batters. See, only 4 strikes have been thrown, and he's behind a 3rd straight hitter here in Fermin.
And you try to get a hitter over aggressive, get himself out, roll one over in an infielder.
2 balls and a strike. And that's right there, 2-2.
Painted that one. There's a good chance he's swinging at this pitch right here, because that was pretty much the heart of the plate. Takes it. So you're more apt to see a hitter expand and chase now.
Time is called as Detmers steps off. Fermin only showed bunt on the first pitch. He has not since. Infield able to get in position now with the count 2-2.
A couple times in this at bat where he's swung at a pitch out of the strike zone.
Fermin doesn't strike out much, only 26 times this year entering today, but he did strike out in his first at bat this afternoon. 2-2. Ground ball smothered by Grissom, steps on third, throws it across, double play.
That's the double play you're looking for, and that was a difficult one. Von Grissom, what a play yesterday, and that double play, a little different one today. 5-3 double play, huge play, hit well down the line. Great presence of mind to run and step on the bag all in one motion, throw across the diamond.
Had a lot on that throw, too. He needed to fire it, and he did.
7th double play turned behind Reed Detmers this season. 7 outs on the ground today.
I would say, though, that was the niftiest double play turned behind him this year.
Yes.
Really nicely done by Vaughn Grissom on that play. He's done well at third base this season, and especially the last 2 days. Turning double plays. Jordan way out in front.
Back to back. That was his best curve. That was a 69-mile-an-hour curveball.
Throws the slowest curveball in the majors. Such a huge variance between that and his very firm 95-mile-an-hour fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jordan with the only hit so far for the Cardinals. Loops this one toward foul ground. Shonowell will not have a play into the Cardinal dugout.
We're throwback week, so it is. Frank Tanana had that big, slow curveball himself. I'm going to miss all the good tunes here for the throwback week.
Yeah, well, this is really unfortunate that we've come to the end of throwback week. The uniforms, the music, but especially the uniforms.
Yes.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Blaze Jordan. 2 outs, win at second base. And the Polos. Foul tip.
Nice.
Behind him and hung on. Strike 3.
Nice conversation with Maddox and Detmers. Got through it. No damage.
Great double play turned by Vaughn Grissom. How about the bounce pass last night to start the double play with Oswald Peraza's eyes in the sun? How about the pitch prior to that double play? Peraza told Grissom, hey, the sun's in my eyes. If you throw me the ball, you need to bounce it because I can't see. You see it right there. Sure enough, the next pitch, ground ball right to him. Had he just thrown it, Peraza said he wouldn't have been able to see the ball to catch it. Now, Grissom said they actually forgot to practice it before the game yesterday. He only remembered it in that inning when he saw the sun in his eyes. He was dealing with that on Monday night at second base. He knew it was an option, but he never tried it until in the game last night. No, it actually happened twice last night. 2 bounce passes in a ballgame. The Cubs had one, too. Alex Bregman. He learned that from Anthony Rendon. We saw that a couple of years ago, guys.
We mentioned Rendon last night when we saw Grissom pull that play off. I thought maybe, you know, Neto or somebody who had been around Rendon put that in Grissom's ear. I can't believe he had never even practiced that. He made it perfectly in the moment.
You talking practice, man?
Well, AI was not into that.
With the sun, we were blinded by science. We're bringing back all the throwbacks here.
You love that. No balls, 2 strikes on Neto. Doubled his last time. Angels have had several base runners, but no runs today.
Real nice job by Reed Detmers to get through that inning. Got good conversation with Mike Maddox. Got the double play ball. Great play by Vaughn Grissom and the punch out.
Detmers able to work out of trouble the first time he'd been in trouble today. Dobbins has been in trouble all day, but he's been able to work out of that as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Neto now with 42 extra base hits, including his double last time up.
Pitched inside pretty effectively. One of those fastballs leak out over the plate. That's when the Halos can get a lead.
2-2 the count. Breaking ball was in the zone, but Neto just pops it up. It's Jordan Walker in right field, 1 out. Neto now at the second most extra base hits by an Angels shortstop in the first 100 games played during a season. Behind himself, he had 46 extra base hits this time last year. 1 out as Trout stands in. He was hit by a pitch his last time. I believe Grissom made that bounce pass perfectly.
Yes.
In the moment without practicing it. Ball 1. We mentioned Rendon and learning that from Ian Desmond during his time with the Nationals. It turns out it was Alex Bregman at Wrigley Field last night using Rendon's tactic. Strike to Trout.
Used to see that a lot with shortstops over the years with the AstroTurfs bouncing it across over the first base, but not as much when you're trying to make that throw to second base.
Remember Ozzie and Barry Larkin doing it all the time, playing on their respective turfs.
Dave Concepcion with Cincinnati. I remember him doing it too.
Oh, you're older than me.
Yeah, I know. I set myself up for that one.
Ground ball sharply hit and through, a base hit for Trout. Another hit for the Angels. Shane Livensparger, the second base umpire, didn't want to get the Bill Miller treatment there. Had to get out of the way of that ground ball.
Oh, that was about 110 off the bat. You might want to get out of the way of that one.
You don't want Caleb Ferguson yelling at you.
Yes. Oh, move.
Yeah. He had Weatherholt.
That's a good pick there too.
Yeah, nobody yelled though at Shane Livensparger, the second base umpire. That ball smacked.
Oh,
and
you gotta
Burleson
be
caught
kidding
it.
me. What a play. That ball was rocketed.
I was looking for it down the line, and Burleson had it stuffed in his mitt.
That was 102.7.
It's a line drive double play. I can't believe he caught that. The ultimate goal of an MLB fan is to see it. This is Jimmy Crooks leading off here in the top of the 6th inning. Still a 0-0 game. Boy, Hunter Dobbins has been living on the edge today and getting away with it. 6 hits, 7 base runners, two balls that have been rocketed to Burleson to end innings that looked like would score runs, and neither did. Josh Lowe hit a ball right to him in the 2nd with 2 men on, and now Shonowell hits a rocket that Burleson was able to leap and catch and double off Trout. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Crooks, who flied out his first time.
That's Pate.
It's strike 3, and Detmers fans Crooks for the first out here in the 6th.
As a catcher, you're going, yeah, that was a good pitch. Thought about it, but nah, that's perfect.
1 out here in the 6th inning. We mentioned AA Rocket City and AAA Salt Lake both getting some games on ABTV. That does not include the 2 other Angel affiliates, Rancho in the California League and the Tri-City Dust Devils, the High A affiliate. Buddy Glendon Rush is the pitching coach.
He said, come on, Wayne, give us some love. We're watching the game right now.
He said it so aggressively toward us?
Yes.
Toward me?
Well, towards you.
No.
He says, Goby, how you doing, bro?
Weatherholt serves 1 out toward left center. It's deep. Trout is back to the wall. It's gone. Weatherholt tomahawks 1 out to left center. He breaks this scoreless drought. And it's 1-0 St. Louis.
In a game of baseball, I mean, so much traffic for the Halos, no runs, 1 swing for the Cards, and they're up 1-0. Fastball upper part of the strike zone. That's how quick those hands are. 15th home run of the season.
Now Kurt Suzuki comes out. The Angels bullpen is up.
This might be a chance where Reed Detmers can talk him out of it here.
This at the very least would be another no decision for Detmers. See him at least finish the inning to get a chance to win a game at home, but he will not. This will be his 19th straight start at home without a win. 1-0 St. Louis. On ABTV is presented by Pechanga Resort Casino and by Jack in the Box. Jack's new Philly style bonus Jack combo, shaved steak, grilled onions and peppers, and melty cheese starting at $5.99. Now, Reed Detmers was outstanding again today, but he has his day end thanks to a home run by J.J. Weatherholt, giving him now 19 straight home starts without a win, despite again pitching very well. 6 strikeouts, 1 run allowed on 2 hits in 5 1/3 innings.
2 hits loud. You could tell by that way he's pacing around in the dugout there. That's a frustrated Reed Detmers. He pitched so well again. Just 1 mistake, really. His It's really been the case. I mean, all these games at home. If any mistakes at all, it's barely won.
He's a 2.43 ERA in his last 6 home starts now, with 49 strikeouts in 37 innings and no wins. No wins all year. No wins since 2 years ago here at Angel Stadium as a starter for Detmers. Jose Fermin is in the game behind Herrera, 2 balls and a strike. Well, the Cardinals' Jose Fermin is still a handful of batters away, so the Angels' Jose Fermin will have to face at least 6 hitters here today to give us our dream Jose Fermin matchup. There have been 8 other pitcher-batter matchups that feature both pitcher and hitter with the same name in Major League history. We could see the 9th.
Wow.
I hope Kurt Suzuki is aware of this. We want to see history. We have them for you. These are the others. Now, there were 2 Chris Youngs in the major leagues at the same time for a while, and 2 Dave Roberts as well. Will Smith, the Dodger catcher, against the relief pitcher. It's happened with Bobby Jones, Edgar Gonzalez, Mark Johnson, and Pedro Martinez.
Is that the golfer, Bobby Jones?
It might be. Fly ball to right center as Herrera flies out. Remember, there were 2 pitchers named Bobby Jones.
Yes.
At the same time, there was a Bobby M. Jones and a Bobby J. Jones. I wonder if that's them just facing each other as starting pitchers.
That would make sense.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do. Once in a while.
Every once in a while, you do
it.
make sense. Let me check in to see if Glendon Rush thinks he makes sense. Let's see.
Now, Glendon never faced a batter named Glendon Rush.
No.
That much I know. All 1 to Jordan Walker.
One of his favorite bands in the 80s and 90s was Rush, so that was good.
Well, that is good.
Yeah.
I can't believe how many times Dave Roberts faced Dave Roberts. 24 times. It's in there, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Mitch Ferris is already throwing in the bullpen, so this is going to ruin our chance, I think. Slow roller off the bat of Walker, and Neto plays to first. So Jose Fermin did his part, retires the first 2 batters that he faces, and ends the 6th. Are you ready, kids?
Yes.
And big kids?
Yes.
Bikini Bottom is coming to the Big A. SpongeBob Night, Angel Stadium on July 31st. That's Friday. First 25,000 fans in attendance get a unique SpongeBob Angels jersey. Angels.com/promotions. Vaughn Grissom with a fly ball foul and out of play just over our booth.
They're getting closer, Wayne. Let's go.
Walker put one in Chip Carey's lap earlier today. Angels need some runs here. They have been shut out on 6 hits by Hunter Dobbins, who's still out there in the 6th inning. One thing about Dobbins, he hasn't walked anybody today. He did hit Trout with a pitch. Otherwise, all the base runners have come just from the base hits the Angels have had. But he hasn't put himself in even deeper trouble by walking anybody.
Wilson made some good plays at first. When you look at his numbers, he's a -5 defensive run save. Although we've seen him throughout the series, he's made a lot of great plays at first base, including 2 outstanding plays today to prevent the Halos from scoring and giving Reed Detmers a chance to pick up a W here at home.
That leaping catch on the double play, especially off the bat of Shonowell. Grissom made a nice play earlier to start a 5-3 double play, which kept the Cardinals off the board in the 5th inning.
So far in this game, Grissom's had a tough time reading the baseball out of the hand for Dobbins. He's punched him out a couple times, and that was even a tough pitch. He fouled off, though. That's a kind of a pitch when you're on the mound. You make a pitch like that, and he fouls it off. Your chances are you might make a mistake the next one. Hopefully that's the case.
1 ball, 2 strikes now on Grissom. Home run by Weatherhold. 15 on the year, but only his 3rd home run over the last month.
And you get a baseball up in the air here today, it's going to go a long way. But you just have many baseballs in the air for the Angels. A lot of line shots.
The bouncer off the plate. Blaze Jordan swings it across to get Grissom by a step. One out here in the 6th. There's Burleson helping Dobbins get through some of these innings.
Right off the bat, quickly makes a play on that one by Josh Lowe. Then showing some hops. It's a rocket. Not only makes the play, it's a double play ball. That's going to be a run score with Trout at first base.
Ball by Shotwell was hit 103 off the bat. So now Joe Adell with 1 out and nobody on. Adell has struck out twice today.
See those numbers as a DH, pretty solid, but day games has been a difficult task for Joe Adell throughout his career. Hopefully just get one up in the air here. 3 straight games with a home run.
Adell flails at that 1-2. For Detmer's 5th time at Angel Stadium this year, he's gone at least 5 innings, giving up 1 run or no runs. Of course, winless in those games. It's only happened to one other pitcher in Major League history. John Montefusco.
The count.
In 1979. Had that going for him as he was with the Giants that year. Two balls, 2 strikes. Only other player or pitcher in Major League history to have 5 or more home starts going at least 5 innings with 1 or no runs allowed and not get any wins. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Adell with a fly ball. This one will not carry. Shallow to left. 2 up, 2 down.
Eckler already 2 for 2 in the game.
Eckler making a bid to get more starting time. Tough right-handed pitcher on the mound against the Angels on Friday night. See if that draws Meckler back in the lineup from the left side of the plate, with Logan Webb due to pitch for San Francisco on Friday against Grayson Rodriguez for the Angels. Saturday, a day game, Ryan Johnson against lefty Robbie Ray. Meckler pulls this one, but Weatherholt runs it down. And a 1-2-3 inning for Dobbins. Angels baseball on AB TV, presented by Pechanga Resort Casino and by Amazon. Spend less on your kids for back to school. Angel Stadium throwing it back to the old California Angels look this week. Those tags on the edges of the helmets. We talked about Guy Gallagher breaking out all the details.
Tremendous look.
For the various decades of Angels baseball. Haven't thrown it back to the wings, though. Gonna bring back the wings.
Yes, I agree.
2002 World Championship. Throw it back to some of the playoff years. Angels trying to get back to the postseason. See how things turn over the next week and a half or so. The trade deadline August 3rd. And future of the Angels certainly should look clearer after the trade deadline is over. Alec Burleson leads off here in the 7th. New pitcher Sammy Natera.
He's been really solid. He had that one little tough game, but other than that, he's been great for the Halos.
Natera, Bachman, Silseth, Zephyr John, some of these young relievers that have stepped up this season. Natera in his rookie year, no balls, 2 strikes on Burleson. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Good slider. He's had good depth in his slider. We know his fastball can jump on you pretty quickly, but that slider's been better.
We'll have our Hyundai 7th inning stretch with 2 more outs. Reed Detmers threw 85 pitches today, allowed a run on 2 hits in 5 1/3 innings.
Just 85 pitches again, too. Very manageable pitch count.
As soon as he allowed that home run to Weatherhold, he came out of the game, and there's still that backdrop for Detmers with each outing that the trade deadline is looming. He's been asked about quite a bit, and see if the Angels move him for a boatload of future Angels or not. Detmers has one more start scheduled between now and then. That'll be Tuesday against the Astros.
At home again.
And after that, he will not have a scheduled start until after the deadline. Wow. Tara blows the heat by Velasquez. Good morning, good afternoon, good night.
96. You think about it, he carried what he did in the World Baseball Classic into minor league season, and up here in the show has been really, really good.
I'll bring up Mason Wynn with 2 outs, back-to-back punch-outs on 3 pitches each for Natera. Well, challenge.
Yes, we need that call to strike, and it could be.
Looks like it will be.
Previous pitch is the ball. The catcher has challenged.
Let's see, powered by T-Mobile.
Yes.
Strike.
7 straight. Let's go.
No balls and a strike on Mason Wynn. No challenge that time. That'll be the first ball of the inning, and that breaks the stretch of 7 straight strikes to start the inning. He had 2 strikeouts on 6 pitches. A chance for an immaculate inning against Wynn.
Let's do so as Reed Detmers.
2 balls and a strike the count on Wynn. So that was out the window with that last pitch that missed upstairs.
That's going to be challenged.
Wynn doesn't like that call.
Previous pitch is a strike.
I don't think he's going to be correct on this one.
Pitch is the ball. St. Louis retains 2 challenges.
3 balls, 1 strike now on Mason Wynn. He walked his last time. Natera with back-to-back strikeouts to start this inning. It's back in the count there with a fastball to make it 3-2. Well, it won't be an immaculate inning, but still a chance to strike out the side.
Could have challenged that one too if he wanted to.
Mason Wynn, Gold Glove winner in the National League last year at shortstop. Youngest Cardinals shortstop in his major league debut a couple of years ago since Gary Templeton came up with the Cardinals in 1976. Was traded to San Diego for Ozzie Smith. Lines toward shallow center. That drops in. 2-out single for Wynn.
Not hit hard, but center field with it.
A lot of room out there.
Good idea. This show paying attention to Wynn. He's run a little bit. He's got 8 stolen bases, been caught twice.
Jose Fermin at the plate, didn't do a double play his last time. That was a 5-3 double play that Grissom started with a sliding stop at third.
This another challenge?
Catcher.
I guess it's going to be a ball this time.
The third challenge of the inning. This one will not work out for the Angels.
Call is confirmed. Los Angeles has 1 challenge remaining.
The Angels now with just 1 left. One ball, no strikes on Fermin. Cardinals have only 3 hits, but they have 1 run. Let's see if this stays in play. Grissom is over. Neto is over. No play. Cardinals bullpen is up, so I think Dobbins will be done for the day. Spread out a lot of base runners, but no runs allowed in 6 innings for Dobbins. Fastball again from Natera, 95.
Hides the baseball really well. 95 is firm, 96, but the way he hides the baseball.
Natera really got on the radar during the World Baseball Classic this year. Struck out Cal Raleigh as part of his 3 strikeouts and 2 appearances for Team Mexico. Very sharp in the minor leagues last year as well. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As Fermin yanks one foul and out of play.
Got in on his kitchen. Got a good idea of how well he hides the baseball. Goes right to that back hip, that front glove out in front of him, on you quickly. This gives you a good idea as you're watching at home how difficult it is to be able to see the baseball out of the hand for Sammy Natera Jr.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Another foul. So Fermin battling here.
Try that slider down and in. See him take a shot now and trying to steal.
Fermin with a fly ball pretty deep toward the left field corner. Meckler, though, has some room shy of the track, and he makes the catch. Scoreless 7th for Natera, keeping this a 1-0 game and bringing us to our Hyundai 7th inning stretch. At Fenway Park, the Red Sox keep rolling. Jarren Duran with a 2-run triple as Boston got started early against the Orioles today. They tie their franchise record by winning their 15th in a row. They'll look to make it a 16-game winning streak. In Game 2 of their doubleheader would be the longest winning streak in Red Sox history. Not bad for an interim manager. Chad Tracy taking over there for the Red Sox. In Kansas City, Salvador Perez has tied George Brett for the most home runs in Royals history in a rematch of the 2014 World Series. The 2015 World Series MVP Salvador Perez making more history in a Royals uniform. With a Royals Hall of Famer, Mark Gubicza, I'm Wayne Randazzo, and here the Angels would just like to get some runs.
Yeah, I mean, they've had some opportunities. They had 3 innings in a row, but they had 2 base runners on. Burleson's made some good plays defensively. Dobbins threw the ball very, very well. Reed Detmers, again on the mound, was excellent, but I'd love to see him be able to at least get a no decision here today.
Yeah, no, on the wrong side of a 1-0 game right now. Reed Detmers gave up that home run to Weatherholt, and that's the score right now here at Angel Stadium. celebrate D23 Day at the Big A Wednesday, August 12th. Angels take on the Texas Rangers. The first 23,000 fans in attendance will get a commemorative one-of-a-kind limited release D23 Mickey Mouse bobblehead, plus a limited number of unique golden Mickeys will be randomly distributed. Angels.com/promotions. Cardinals go to their bullpen after Hunter Dobbins gave them 6 scoreless innings here this afternoon. And it's Luis Gastelum in the game here for the Cardinals.
He'll throw a four-seam sinker, he'll throw a sweeper and changeup. A lot of changeups.
Gastelum from Mexico. The Cardinals make some defensive changes as well. Jose Fermin is now in left field. And Nathan Church, the Orange County native, is in center. Gastelum was also on the Mexican WBC team along with Sammy Natera pitching out of the bullpen there. So both are in the game right now. Natera worked a scoreless top of the 7th. It's Gastelum on the mound here in the bottom half.
He's looking for a base runner here to put some pressure. Paints that corner.
Gastelum has those long locks that he's trying to fix right now. Cardinal game notes noting other Cardinal pitchers who've had long hair over the years, including your guy, the Mad Hungarian.
Yes, who celebrated his birthday yesterday.
Al Raboski. 3-2 now on Peraza. This hair on Gastelum as he fixes it again looks very conditioned. I mean, that looks like a shampoo commercial hair. Swing and a miss. That changeup turned around Peraza. One away here in the 7th. Starting pitchers were both strong performers today. Reed Detmers was very good in his 5 1/3 innings, only allowed 2 hits, and Hunter Dobbins had some defense helping him behind. 6 hits, but no runs.
No walks helped him out too.
Josh Lowe had a hard hit out in the 2nd inning that stranded 2 runners when the ball was hit right at Alec Burleson.
That shot that Shonewell hit, though, that was a rocket. That was working its way down in the corner with Trout speed. That's a 1 run for sure. An extra base hit for Shonewell.
Balls 2 strikes. Gastelum has done well so far as a major leaguer. They like his arm a lot.
He's got a great changeup too.
Picked up his first big league win just recently on this Cardinal road trip against the Diamondbacks.
Diamondbacks are having a solid season. They're all over the Athletics today.
It's 14-2 in favor of Arizona right now. The Diamondbacks would be in the playoffs as the 3rd wild card in the National League. So they would be right there with Pittsburgh. Pirates won today, so
yeah, they're a great story. 4 games over 500 Pittsburgh.
Arizona would be as well with that 14-2 lead. So it's the Cubs, the Phillies, and then a tie between the Pirates and the Diamondbacks for that 3rd National League wildcard spot, with Miami, Washington, St. Louis, and San Diego all right there.
That's why the trade deadline is, I think it's got a chance to be a very busy one.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Lowe. And this is an important week for a lot of those teams. And if you fall back here in the next week and a half, well, all of a sudden you go from a potential seller or maybe a team that stands pat to being a buyer or seller, depending on if you had a good week or a bad week. Still 2-2 on Josh Lowe. We don't know what the Tigers are going to do. We don't know what some of these teams like the Cardinals or the Padres, teams that are on the bubble and are still a couple of games out, if they're just going to hold down what they have, or if they're going to be sellers at the deadline because they don't have a realistic chance of winning the National League pennant. Lowe sends one toward right center and has a base hit.
The right guy you want on the bases too, because this time you might see him try to steal a bag.
He has 2 hits today, and see if they test Gastelum and the catcher Crooks.
This could be one of those hit and run times even.
Heineman is 0 for 2 today. There goes Lowe. First pitch. Now he heads back as Crooks got rid of it quickly, and Lowe smartly returned to first.
Look like a great jump too, and then he stops.
I wonder what made him lose his confidence about getting down there. Crooks made an excellent throw. Here's a ground ball to second. That's likely a double play ball. Win with the turn to first. And that ends the 7th. The Angels have 7 hits and no runs. Join your Angels for Family Sunday, and kids run the bases on Sunday home games through August 30th. Visit the Gate 4 courtyard for fun activities and stay after for Kids Run the Bases. For a full list of Family Sundays presented by Yakult Probiotic Drink, angels.com/promotions.
I'll tell you what, when you see the kids getting a chance to go out and run the bases, that is the ultimate thrill for them.
To go run the bases.
I think you should do it.
Well, why not? Some of these kids are taller than me anyway. Chip's kid is. Chip's kid's like 6'2".
We missed a perfect opportunity yesterday for a photo.
With Olivier Rioux here.
Yes. He could have posted them up.
No doubt. Go right between his legs, score. He wouldn't even know. Well, here's Mitch Ferris pitching on back-to-back days. Last night he pitched an inning and a third. And he's right back out there today, day game after a night game, facing Blaze Jordan. He pops up the first pitch. Zach Neto goes to get it. So does the second baseman Peraza. And Peraza takes over to make that play. 1 out. This is the first time we've seen Ferris pitch on back-to-back days. He's only had one instance where he's pitched twice in a 3-day span, let alone pitching on consecutive days.
Guy that, room for a while as a starter. His changeup, you mentioned that changeup he has. It's the swing and misses and the separation of the bat and the baseball in those swing and misses.
Facing Jimmy Crooks here with 1 away. As far as that goes, Ferris's changeup has been the toughest to hit in the major leagues, or at least the toughest to get close to. As batters swing and miss by a wider gap on Ferris's changeup than any other changeup in the major leagues on average. Behind Jimmy Crooks, 2 balls and no strikes. Crooks was a late entrer into the game as he pops this one up. Neto takes over on this play for the second out. Watch Angel games all year long on AB TV, presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Angels are in San Francisco this weekend. 3 games against the Giants in a 2002 World Series rematch. Astros and Brewers are here next week.
Tough pitchers too up there in San Francisco.
We'll see Webb Friday and Robbie Ray Saturday. Haven't seen a Sunday starter yet for San Francisco. Angels will have Grayson Rodriguez Friday night, and Ryan Johnson Saturday afternoon, and Jose Soriano Sunday.
Tied him up there. Change up in.
It's Weatherhold who hit the home run. His last at bat that knocked Reed Detmers out of the game and has provided the only run so far this afternoon. Pedro Paez, by the way, scratched from the game just about 10 minutes or so before it started. He had a stomach virus that took him out.
By the way, he missed that changeup again by an awful lot that pitch before.
Well, that's how it goes. This changeup has been a lethal pitch. left, sending Meckler back, but he has room. And Mitch Ferris, pitching on a second straight day, works a quick inning. 8 pitches for a 1-2-3, top of the 8th. For a limited time, you could save 20% on an Angels.TV seasonal pass and stream Angels baseball in market all summer long. Watch games at home or on the go, live or on demand, subject to national exclusivities. Visit Angels.TV for details and take advantage of this limited time offer.
Was looking for some action against Soriano here.
This is George Soriano, no relation to Angels Jose Soriano. Facing the top of the order in the bottom of the 8th. It is a 1-0 game. And here is Zach Neto to lead it off. Trying to ambush that first pitch, but fouled it. Angels have 7 hits with no runs today. Cardinals only have 3 hits, but they scored on a home run by J.J. Weatherholt. I forget the Cardinals have been blowing leads lately. That's part of why they've lost 10 of their last 14.
Including on the first game of the series.
Yeah, they've had 6 blown lead losses of those 10 defeats. So there have been some issues in the back end of their bullpen. They've been walked off a couple of times, including Monday. As Riley O'Brien, their all-star closers, had some struggles, 1-1. As Neto fouls one off. So for the Cardinals here, I don't know how comfortable you can be with knowing you've had some leads get away late in games here over the last few weeks.
Yeah, a lot of times when that happens, you almost think, okay, if I make a mistake, all of a sudden it's a tie ball game right away. Creeps into your mind.
It's a called strike 3, and Neto took that pitch up in the zone for the first out.
That's that changeup. He's got an excellent changeup. A really, really good changeup. This becomes an interesting matchup. Normally, Trout hits a changeup really well.
Righties have hit Soriano better than lefties this year. Ball 1 to Trout with Shotwell on deck. Angels are trying to sweep this series. They've never swept the Cardinals here at Angel Stadium. Well, they have not faced St. Louis much over the years either. This is only the 4th series played in this ballpark between these two teams. 1 ball, 1 strike on Trout. Cardinals have played here at Angel Stadium less than anywhere in the history of their franchise.
Matters is 154 versus the changeup. Soriano. Trout this season on off-speed pitches hasn't been the same as normal. 189 for Trout. And same thing with breaking pitches, but he's crushed fastballs really well. 12 of his 18 home runs versus fastballs.
It's under this one. It's a fly ball to right center. As for me and our other Church now in center field makes the catch. So that's the second out here in the 8th inning. The Angels, who had a lot of hits early, suddenly have gotten cold here. They have not had a man in scoring position since the 4th. And Shotwell has been rolling, hitting .313 since April 27th. A lot of line drives. Hitting the ball harder. So he can get one that he can elevate here. Strike 1 from Soriano.
That's that #1 pitch to a left-handed batter too for Soriano. Unless it leaks on the inner half, it's going to be more of a pitch he can drive to left center field. It's difficult to turn on it. Nearly 60% of the time we'll throw a changeup in this count.
Fastball that misses. 2 balls and 1 strike now. Shotwell hit that line drive double play earlier in the game. This is a slow bouncer instead to Burleson, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3. After the game, we'll have Angels postgame presented by Kia. See if the Angels can pull off another ninth inning comeback like they did in the opener of this series on Monday night. Angels broke a streak of 106 consecutive games with a loss when trailing after 8 innings here on Monday. Their first win obviously this year. They were 0-48 this year when trailing after 8 innings until Monday night. So they'll try to come from behind again in the 9th inning today, but first Kirby Yates will have to keep it 1-0.
Yeah, the big thing, keep that 1-0. Then you got ways to try to manufacture a run in the bottom of the 9th. It's very important to be able to put up a 0 here for Yates.
And Bellino trying to stay cool in between innings here as he works behind the plate. One of the warmer days we've had this season at Angel Stadium. So this hotter afternoon, it has not been a very high scoring game. 1-0.
Warm afternoon like that, who would have thought that?
That ball is rocketed foul by Herrera. Herrera has played in every game the Cardinals have played so far this year. 101. The Cardinal catcher record for doing that is 112, which belongs to Joe Torre. I wonder how many of those games Torre caught, though, because Herrera DHs a lot.
Yes.
It's not quite the same thing. There was no DH for Torre then. Torre was an all-star that year too. 1971. He led the National League with 137 RBIs. He won the batting title. That the year he was the MVP. Yeah, 1970.
That's impressive. That place is so cool and comfortable too behind the plate.
See how many games he caught that season, 1971. No, he didn't catch it all. He played third base. So what are they talking about? That is strike 3, although Herrera wants to challenge.
The batter is called for challenging
That's all
strike.
over the strike zone too. That should be fairly quick and punchy.
Call is confirmed.
Yates
St.
gets
Louis
the
has one
strikeout
challenge
right
remaining.
away. They must mean 1970 because Torre did catch about half the time in 1970. So they probably mean that. He played just about every game that year between catching and third base. So they're a year off. I helped them out.
Yes, way to go.
One out here is Jordan Walker, 0 for 3. Kind of a quiet series for Walker. Just 2 hits in 10 at bats, 1 double. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Good splitter working so far for Yates today. 17th game of his career versus the Cardinals for Kirby Yates. It's been really good so far.
Walker has grounded out twice today, and he has struck out.
Sneak 92-mile-an-hour fastball by him. Barely fouled that one off. Try that split to get a chase out of the strike zone.
Count 1 ball, 2 strikes on Walker. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So the splitter takes care of him. Back-to-back strikeouts for Kirby Yates. It's the 10th strikeout from an Angels pitcher today. 2 up, 2 down, and drive with Kia. Alec Burleson at the plate 0 for 3. Had 3 hits in the game yesterday. Today it's been his defense at first base that has stood out. The play, especially on Shonowell's line drive, which turned into an unassisted double play. He saved at least 2 runs in this game with his defense. In a 1-0 game, that certainly does tell some of the story.
We talk a lot about the defense up the middle for him. It's Burleson's defense at first base.
Two balls and 1 strike to count. Cardinals trying to snap a 4-game losing streak. Angels are trying to gain a 4-game winning streak. Would be tied for their longest of the year. 2 balls and a strike on Burleson. Swing and a miss. Lost his helmet.
Yeah, he wasn't trying to go the other way on that one.
It's a big time swing. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1-0 Cardinals here in the top of the 9th. It was a home run from J.J. Weatherholt off of Detmers in the 6th inning that gave the Cardinals their only run. Last time the Cardinals won a 1-0 game, it was thanks to a Jordan Walker home run last May. Weatherholt doing the honors here so far today. Full count, 3-2. As Burleson takes ball 4. Not seeing many base on balls today. Angel hitters have not walked at all this afternoon.
He's not real happy about that delivery on that split.
Didn't sound like it.
Didn't quite get it where he wanted it.
Brings up Nathan Church. Nathan Church, Orange County native, playing center field most days and wearing number 27 for the Cardinals.
Might like a center fielder for the Angels.
Church went to El Toro High School in Lake Forest. Lives in Coto de Caza, California now.
Nice area.
I know.
Golf courses there, man.
Church was an 11th round pick out of UC Irvine. He's found his way to Coto de Caza. It's a good deal.
Yes.
2 outs. Here is Church batting with a runner on first. Swinging and missing on that first pitch fastball. Church has kind of taken over center field for the Cardinals. Good defender. They had Victor Scott up for most of the first half, but he just was not hitting much. Church has hit a little bit more. Wraps this one to Peraza with a ground ball to end the top of the 9th. Angels walked it off with a comeback win Monday night against the Cardinals. They'll try to do it again here in the bottom of the 9th. With Riley O'Brien, the Cardinal closer, on the mound, the Angels put together a comeback win when trailing after 8 innings for the first time since May 12th of last year. Vaughn Grissom had the big hit. Thought he had the biggest hit. Thought it was a walk-off homer at first. Instead, it was a game-tying double. Eventually, Joe Adell, after an intentional walk to Josh Lowe, was hit by a pitch, and that was that. Say goodnight to the Cardinals.
Yes. You can say goodbye to him in the afternoon now if you can.
It was the 5th blown save this year for O'Brien, who at 31 years old has been handed the keys to the car. And he has made the most of it as an all-star for the Cardinals this year. First pitch strike to Grissom, who had that double off the wall the other day.
He's hit 9 batters this year. Going back to a Hyundai key for the game today. Hungry like the wolf, hungry for some base hits and some action here for the Halos to walk it off again today against the Cardinals.
If the Angels can eat like a wolf here at the bottom of the 9th inning and score a couple of runs off O'Brien.
At the very least, you want to put some early stress on him. Remember what happened on Monday.
He had converted 12 straight save chances until that one got away the other day. Big breaking ball there, strikes out Grissom. That's the first out.
Kind of backed up too, not exactly where you want to throw that.
Bryan has 25 saves on the year. You know, that old John Hart adage that your next closer is likely to just fall in your lap. Well, they traded Ryan Helsley last year, and now Riley O'Brien makes the All-Star team. Ball 1 to Joe Adell, who was hit by a pitch in that game Monday to end it with a walk-off. The 9th hit batsman for O'Brien this year. Got a guy who hits batters all the time. Why would you intentionally walk someone to load the bases? Almost hit him again.
Yep. Definitely don't want to do that. I think you have a chance with an open base is to try to find a way to get the hitter to be over aggressive. Almost got Joe again.
2 balls and no strikes on Adell. Wade Meckler on deck. Now it's 3-0. O'Brien had a couple of relatives that played in the major leagues in the 1950s, including his grandfather, Johnny O'Brien. His great uncle, Eddie, was a bullpen coach for the Seattle Pilots and was a main character in Jim Bouton's book, Ball 4.
The way Fermin's almost playing in the bullpen.
That's about as deep as you can get, Jose Fermin in left field.
Literally one step away from the warning track.
That was ridiculous. 3-1. A bouncer foul makes it 3-2. Seems like the perfect matchup for Joe Adell. 9-hit batsman for O'Brien. Adell's been hit 14 times. They got together for the walk-off on Monday. Let's see if this can be a rally starter for Adell here in the bottom of the 9th today.
Got a chance at a fastball here.
3 balls, 2 strikes in a 1-0 game. Adell hits it toward the right field corner. It's slicing and it's foul.
And a sinker out over the plate. Stayed on that sinker really well too.
And Adell has several opposite field home runs this year. Couldn't keep that one fair though.
I'd be surprised if he didn't try a breaking ball here now.
He did, and Adell chopped it foul. Still 3-2.
Yeah, a swing like that will make you think, oh, he's on my fastball.
The Angels were just shut out on 7 hits the other day by the Tigers, trying to avoid that same thing here today. There's ball 4.
That in itself, a walk for Joe Adell. Got some stress now.
It's the first walk issued by the Cardinals today. A nice nod from Riley O'Brien to his great uncle Eddie, who was all over Jim Bouton's book, Ball 4.
Quick Siri maybe pinch running. Joe.
Jose Siri celebrating his birthday today, and he's headed to first as Joe Adell will leave the game. Now Wade Meckler, who has 2 hits today.
Likes that first pitch.
Strike to Meckler. Remember, he hit a couple of homers in his first week as an Angel in the big leagues, but he has not hit one since that grand slam he hit against the Rays. There goes Siri, and the ball goes to the backstop. Siri's safe at second base. He'll get credited with a steal. And the tying run now in scoring position.
Liking that right now, especially when we mentioned how Cardinals catchers have had a tough time throwing out base stealers. Trying to catch and throw on the transfer. Unable to control it.
Second stolen base for Siri. Now a base hit could tie the game. The Cardinals outfield has to come in now. 2 balls and a strike on Meckler. Peraza behind him. Riley O'Brien made the All-Star team as a closer. Blew a save the other day against the Angels. They're trying to tag another one on him here today. Swing and a miss, 2-2.
And a fastball upstairs on him. He's got a lot of room out in left center field. You know, almost on the line there. A lot of room in right center too. They can make a play behind you here. Make some contact.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Meckler. Siri at second. And that's ball 3. Each team still has a challenge left. Keep that in mind here in the bottom of the 9th. Full count on Meckler. And there's ball 4. So back-to-back walks put the tying and winning runs on base.
And a lot of speed on the bases here.
First 2 walks issued by a Cardinal today have come from the closer O'Brien. Now Oswald Peraza has a chance with the tying run Siri at second base. And the go-ahead run, the winning run, Meckler at first. It's 17 walks now for O'Brien on the year, 9 hit batsmen, so 26 free passes in 41 innings. It's a pretty high number for a closer.
I still think I'd take a shot at stealing a bag here.
See if the Angels get moving. Peraza had a successful hit and run earlier. Swinging a foul tip, no balls and 1 strike. Peraza had a base hit in the 2nd inning when Meckler was on the move. Try to stay out of the double play here too.
Yep.
Broken bat and a grounder foul. It's quickly 0-2.
This is why I think it's still worst case scenario. If you throw him out at third, you're still going to have a guy in scoring position at second. Now you're talking about over 80% of the time a break ball is going to be coming here for Peraza. Hopefully it stays in the zone though.
Two strikes. Angels have not run as much as you'd think against a Cardinal team that is susceptible to the stolen base. Siri has one in this inning. He's at second. Meckler's at first. 1-0 game. Swing and a miss. Peraza chases the breaking ball for strike 3.
Knew that was coming, a sweep with 1 before and then followed up with a nasty one just a bit out of the strike zone.
Now 2 strikeouts and 2 walks in the inning. Josh Lowe due up. He's had some good swings today. He has 2 hits. Also a hard hit grounder in the second that was right at the first baseman Burleson. Was fishing on the first pitch. It's 0-1.
All of a sudden now has a feel for a sweeper.
Bryan has thrown 23 pitches in the inning. He has not involved his defense at all. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Angels trying to sweep the Cardinals, trying to win another game and trailing after 8 innings, doing so for the first time this year against St. Louis and against O'Brien on Monday. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Lowe. Angels have been shut out on 7 hits. It'll be the second time it happens on this homestand. It only happened once total in the previous 3 seasons. 1-2 on Lowe. A foul tip held on to by Crooks for strike 3 as Riley O'Brien works around a couple of walks and records his 26th save as the Cardinals hang on for a 1-0 win.
JJ Weatherholt, the Toyota player of the game with the only run of the game. He shot to center field off of Reed Detmers, who was outstanding. Halos a lot of traffic throughout the game, but just couldn't get that 1 hit today to turn this score around.
Angels had multiple runners on base in 4 different innings today and end up getting shut out. 1-0 St. Louis salvages the last game of the series.